So what's some of the other ways that we can test our coolant to make sure that it's good? It's where we need it to be.
Hi everyone, Justin Geach here with Master Fluid Solutions. Today I'm in Pensacola, Florida, visiting Adam booth, also known as Abom79.
Okay, so you talked about using the refractometer to measure the concentration of the coolant. So what's some of the other ways that we can test our coolant to make sure that it's good? That's where we need it to be.
Yeah, so by far the refractometer is the most important. Keep your concentration in range. Another thing you can do is check pH, and it's very simple. These are pH strips, and typically if your concentration is in range and the coolant's not contaminated, typically your pH will fall in line. And just like every coolant has its recommended concentration range, it also has its recommended pH range.
Okay.
So if you notice an odor or the coolant changing colors or something doesn't seem right, you can check pH. And even though your concentration may be in range, the pH is starting to drop. And typically that happens if there's a lot of contamination or sludge in the tank or bacteria starting to grow, because bacteria will secrete acid. Acid will lower pH because coolant's an alkaline solution, so it's above 7. And each coolant has its own recommended pH range as well. And that's usually even tighter than a pH or than a concentration range. So concentration range might be, 5 to 10%, but pH may be 8.9 to 9.3.
Okay.
Because pH is a log scale. So it's a simple strip, kind of like concentration. You want to get it with clean coolant. You don't want to get a lot of tramp oil. But basically, you would dip it in the coolant for 10, 15 seconds. Make sure the full strip is covered, and then what you'll see is the 3 different colors. And there's different kinds of strips, but I like the 3 color strips because it gives you a little bit better idea. So if you try to match the colors that it's closest to, so you'll see 8.5, 9, 9.5.
So would you call that, it looks like it's maybe between 9 and 9.5?
So I think that's perfect. I would say that's 9.2, 9.3.
Okay.
And this coolant, you're right in range, our Microsoft 685. That's perfect pH. Typically, when your pH starts to drop, you'll notice it with a color or an odor. But you want to make sure it's above 9 for the majority of coolants. And again, you want to follow your recommended ranges for your specific coolant. But on this one, if we start dropping 8.8, 8.7, usually it tells us there's something going on. Okay. So concentration may be in range, pH might not be. So it's just another check of overall coolant health.